Spark the Genius here with, is it Anton?
Is it Spark?
I'm Spark.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, see, you threw it back at me.
Yeah.
All right, I like that. See, he's quick.
Yes, it is Anton. It is Anton. Yeah.
Straight from Kenya, so you're jet-lagged?
Yeah.
Excellent. And the movie is Squaring the Circle, and you directed it, correct?
This is a correct statement.
All right.
It's a documentary
Yeah.
about Hipgnosis, which was a company that designed record sleeves in the 70s.
Yeah. So you're a photographer by trade, but also make movies. And then how did you wind up making a documentary about this?
Well, I guess this from the two people that were Hipgnosis, one's still alive, and he liked my work, so he really wanted me to make the documentary about him.
Oh, that's interesting. So does that make a documentary biased if the person in the documentary wants you to make a documentary about them? Like, is it more like, it's not hard-hitting, telling the real truth?
There's no crimes committed, so it's just how you bring the story. The story's there, and it's been published in books, but it was just nice to actually make it on film. And Poe is a very persuasive man, and he's a great salesman, a great storyteller. So I said yes.
And you didn't know him from before, but you knew his work, I guess.
Yeah, of course. When I grew up, I wanted to make record sleeves too. So I looked at the names on record sleeves, who made them.
Oh, cool. So you sort of said, "Oh, wait, it's the I'd never thought about that. That like there was people who do that as a living, and you could see their work and compare it."
Yeah, it's late 60s till the CD came, basically in the early 80s. Was a great time for buying records because the record sleeves meant something.
Yeah.
When you would read everything on the record sleeves, sometimes before you hear the record.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of information. Now you get information very easily via the internet, but then that was a source of information.
Yeah, I remember leafing through them and looking at them carefully. I still remember, I don't think I ever actually listened to the Kiss albums, but my babysitter gave them to me, and I remember looking at the artwork and flipping through, looking at the pictures of people at concerts, wishing I was there.
Your babysitter gave you Kiss albums. That's a weird one.
Yeah, I don't know why. So I went as Gene Simmons for Halloween when I was a kid.
Oh yeah, okay. Oh yeah, that explains a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love Gun with the girls hanging off their feet. It was all pretty ridiculous now that I think about it.
They didn't make any of the Kiss sleeves. I can tell you that.
No.
They did do some stuff that you now look back on. Oh, well, that must be really from that time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, that's kind of cool. And what do you think people like that do now that there's not really? Well, I guess are there still record albums? Is that a lost art, and now they're putting their money into or their talents into NFTs or something?
I think actually Poe's doing NFTs, but I still make record sleeves.
Oh, really? Like for bands, like they would hire you to design something?
Yeah, like U2 and Depeche Mode. I still do that. For 40 years already. Yeah.
You've been making so you photographed them. But you also sort of, or you photographed their album? Or
Yeah, U2 I photograph, Depeche I design and photograph. I do everything.
Okay, so I don't know, the picture of Joshua Tree with them all in black and white and their hair blowing. Was that you?
Sure.
That's crazy. See, I can,
It's great preparation, you. Everybody knows me as the U2 photographer.
Well, I don't know. U2's that's pretty much the only band I've ever seen. I saw them in Paris in 1991, and then I don't know, Toronto. Yeah, exactly. No, yeah.
Baby.
Yeah.
It was not 91, it was 93.
Yeah. No.
Or two maybe.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, I saw them in Toronto in 91 or 92, and then in Paris a year or two later or something.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I did that too. Achtung Baby.
Wow. I'm trying to remember what the cover for that was.
All the squares are colorful pictures.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Little squares.
Yeah, they sort of.
The opposite of the Joshua Tree in a way.
Yeah. How did they go? What was the catalyst? They went from kind of rock and roll, real photos to suddenly we're so weird and digital and everything. I guess they were look, we can do new computer stuff.
Was all analog. I never did digital.
For the art, you mean the albums? Okay. But you needed to do the design to match their new aesthetic,
I didn't do the design, I did the photography. Right. But yes, there was a real change from the Joshua Tree to Achtung Baby in sound.
Yeah.
So we tried to represent that also in the photography.
Right. Because it really, the visual makes a big difference. When you think about the different eras of U2 kind of thing, the album, the look of it goes from black and white photography or Unforgettable Fire, that kind of thing. So you're wow. We got a legend here. Well, that's fine. Fantastic. Well, I'm just blown away now. So go see the movie. Thanks.